Your body is screaming for help right now, and you probably don't even hear it. After 50, there are 5 specific nutrients your cells desperately need, and if you're not getting them, you're aging faster than you should be. I'm talking about wrinkles, fatigue, brain fog, and diseases that could have been prevented. Here's what nobody tells you about aging. It's not just about getting older. It's about your body losing its ability to absorb the nutrients it needs. Even if you're eating healthy foods, your digestive system isn't working like it used to. That salad you had for lunch? Your body might only be getting half the nutrients from it. This is why people over 50 can eat well and still feel terrible. They're nutrient deficient without even knowing it. The scary part is that these deficiencies don't show up right away. They creep up on you slowly, stealing your energy, your memory, and your health one day at a time. So what are these 5 critical nutrients? And more importantly, how do you know if you're missing them? Let's start with the most important one that almost everyone over 50 is deficient in. Vitamin D is the first nutrient on our list, and it's absolutely crucial. Here's why this matters so much. After 50, your skin produces 75% less vitamin D from sunlight than it did when you were younger. That's a massive drop. Even if you spend time outside, you're not getting nearly enough. Vitamin D isn't just about bone health, though that's important too. This vitamin controls over 200 genes in your body. It affects your immune system, your mood, your brain function, and even your heart health. Low vitamin D levels are linked to depression, cognitive decline, and increased risk of heart disease. The symptoms of vitamin D deficiency are sneaky. You might feel tired all the time. Your muscles might ache for no apparent reason. You could be getting sick more often than usual. Many people blame these symptoms on aging, but they're actually signs of severe deficiency. How much do you need? Most experts now recommend at least 2,000 IU daily for people over 50, and some suggest even more. The old recommendations of 600 IU are woefully inadequate. You can get vitamin D from fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, from egg yolks, and from fortified foods. But honestly, it's almost impossible to get enough from food alone. This is where supplementation becomes critical. A good quality vitamin D3 supplement can make a dramatic difference in how you feel. Many people report having more energy, better mood, and fewer aches and pains within just a few weeks of starting supplementation. The key is consistency and getting your levels tested to make sure you're taking enough. Now let's talk about magnesium, the second critical nutrient that most people are missing. This mineral is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. Think about that for a moment. 300 different processes depend on having enough magnesium. After 50, your body's ability to absorb magnesium decreases significantly. On top of that, many medications that older adults take actually deplete magnesium levels. Diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and some diabetes medications all drain this essential mineral from your system. What happens when you don't have enough magnesium? Your sleep quality tanks. You might lie awake at night with racing thoughts, unable to shut your brain off. Your muscles cramp and twitch. You feel anxious and irritable for no good reason. Your blood pressure might creep up. These aren't just minor annoyances. They're your body sending distress signals. Magnesium is also critical for heart health. It helps regulate your heartbeat and keeps your blood vessels relaxed. Low magnesium levels increase your risk of heart disease, stroke, and sudden cardiac events. This is serious stuff that can literally save your life. The best food sources of magnesium include dark leafy greens, nuts and seeds, whole grains, and dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate is actually good for you in this case. But again, getting enough from food alone is challenging, especially if your absorption is compromised. Magnesium supplements come in different forms, and this matters. Magnesium glycinate is the most easily absorbed and least likely to cause digestive upset. Magnesium citrate works well too but can have a laxative effect. Avoid magnesium oxide, which is poorly absorbed despite being the cheapest option. Vitamin B12 is our third critical nutrient, and this one is absolutely essential for your brain and nervous system. Here's the alarming truth. Up to 40% of people over 50 are deficient in B12, and many don't know it until serious damage has occurred. Why is B12 deficiency so common after 50? Your stomach produces less acid as you age, and you need stomach acid to extract B12 from food. Even if you're eating plenty of meat, fish, and eggs, your body might not be able to access the B12 they contain. This is a cruel irony of aging. B12 deficiency is particularly dangerous because it affects your nervous system. Early symptoms include tingling in your hands and feet, balance problems, and memory issues. These symptoms can be mistaken for normal aging or even early dementia. But here's the critical part. If caught early, B12 deficiency is completely reversible. If left untreated, the nerve damage can become permanent. Beyond nerve health, B12 is crucial for making red blood cells and DNA. It affects your energy levels, your mood, and your ability to think clearly. People with low B12 often describe feeling like they're in a fog, unable to concentrate or remember things the way they used to. The best sources of B12 are animal products like meat, fish, eggs, and dairy. Vegetarians and vegans are at especially high risk of deficiency and absolutely need to supplement. But even meat eaters over 50 should consider supplementation because of absorption issues. B12 supplements come in several forms. Methylcobalamin is the active form that your body can use immediately. Cyanocobalamin is cheaper but needs to be converted by your body. Sublingual tablets that dissolve under your tongue bypass the stomach acid problem entirely. Some people need B12 injections if their absorption is severely compromised. Calcium is the fourth nutrient we need to discuss, but there's a lot of confusion about this one. Yes, calcium is important for bone health. But taking too much calcium, especially without the right cofactors, can actually be dangerous. After 50, bone density naturally decreases, especially in women after menopause. This is why osteoporosis becomes such a concern. Weak bones lead to fractures, which can be life-changing or even life-threatening in older adults. A hip fracture after 50 significantly increases mortality risk. But here's what most people get wrong about calcium. Taking massive doses of calcium supplements doesn't necessarily strengthen your bones. In fact, some studies suggest that high-dose calcium supplements might increase heart disease risk by causing calcium to deposit in your arteries instead of your bones. The key is getting calcium from food sources whenever possible. Dairy products, leafy greens, sardines with bones, and fortified foods all provide calcium. You also need vitamin D and vitamin K2 to direct that calcium into your bones rather than your soft tissues. This is why taking nutrients in isolation often doesn't work. If you do supplement with calcium, keep it moderate. Most experts now recommend no more than 500 to 600 milligrams per day from supplements, with the rest coming from food. Split your doses throughout the day for better absorption. And always take calcium with vitamin D and consider adding vitamin K2 for optimal bone health. Finally, let's talk about omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA. These aren't technically vitamins or minerals, but they're absolutely critical nutrients that most people over 50 are severely lacking. Omega-3s are essential for brain health, heart health, and reducing inflammation throughout your body. Inflammation is the root cause of most age-related diseases, including heart disease, Alzheimer's, arthritis, and even cancer. Getting enough omega-3s is like having an internal fire extinguisher for inflammation. Your brain is made up of about 60% fat, and a large portion of that should be DHA, one of the omega-3 fatty acids. Low omega-3 levels are associated with cognitive decline, depression, and increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Some researchers believe that omega-3 deficiency is one of the most preventable causes of brain aging. The problem is that modern diets are loaded with omega-6 fatty acids from vegetable oils and processed foods, but severely lacking in omega-3s. This imbalance promotes inflammation and disease. The ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 is about 4:1. Most Americans have ratios of 20:1 or even higher. The best source of omega-3s is fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies. You'd need to eat fish at least 3 times per week to get adequate amounts. Most people don't do this, which is why supplementation becomes important. When choosing an omega-3 supplement, quality matters tremendously. Look for products that specify the amounts of EPA and DHA, not just total omega-3s. You want at least 1,000 milligrams combined EPA and DHA daily. Choose supplements that are third-party tested for purity and free from mercury and other contaminants. Some people worry about fish oil going rancid. This is a valid concern. Keep your supplements refrigerated and check the expiration date. If your fish oil smells fishy or makes you burp fish flavor, it's probably oxidized and you should replace it. Alternatively, consider algae-based omega-3 supplements, which are plant-derived and don't have the fishy taste or contamination concerns. Now that we've covered all 5 critical nutrients, let's talk about what happens when you start addressing these deficiencies. The changes can be dramatic. People often report feeling like a fog is lifted from their brain. Energy levels improve significantly. Sleep becomes deeper and more restorative. Mood stabilizes and anxiety decreases. Physical symptoms improve too. Joint pain and muscle aches often diminish. Skin looks healthier and more vibrant. Immune function strengthens, meaning fewer colds and infections. Some people even notice improvements in their vision and hearing. These aren't miracle cures, but they're the natural result of giving your body what it needs to function properly. The key is consistency. You can't take these nutrients for a week and expect transformation. It takes time for your body to rebuild and repair. Most people start noticing improvements within a month, but the full benefits might take 3 to 6 months to manifest. This is a long-term investment in your health. One important warning. More isn't always better with supplements. Taking megadoses of certain nutrients can be harmful. Fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin D can build up to toxic levels if you take too much. Some minerals compete with each other for absorption. This is why it's important to work with a healthcare provider who can test your levels and help you find the right doses. Blood tests can reveal your nutrient status. Ask your doctor to check your vitamin D, B12, and magnesium levels at minimum. These tests aren't always included in routine checkups, so you might need to specifically request them. Knowing your baseline helps you track improvement and adjust your supplementation accordingly. Diet still matters tremendously. Supplements are meant to supplement a healthy diet, not replace it. Focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods. Include plenty of vegetables, especially dark leafy greens. Choose wild-caught fish over farmed when possible. Opt for grass-fed meat and pastured eggs if you can afford them. These foods provide nutrients in forms your body recognizes and can use efficiently. Timing of supplements can affect absorption. Fat-soluble vitamins like D should be taken with meals containing fat. Magnesium is best taken in the evening because it promotes relaxation and sleep. B12 can be taken any time but is often better absorbed on an empty stomach. Calcium shouldn't be taken at the same time as iron or zinc because they compete for absorption. Quality of supplements varies wildly. Not all brands are created equal. Look for third-party testing certifications from organizations like USP, NSF, or Consumer Lab. These certifications mean the product actually contains what the label claims and is free from contaminants. Yes, quality supplements cost more, but they're worth the investment. Some people wonder if they should just take a multivitamin instead of individual supplements. The truth is that most multivitamins don't contain adequate amounts of these critical nutrients. The doses are too low to correct deficiencies. A good multivitamin can be a foundation, but you'll likely need additional targeted supplementation for optimal levels. Lifestyle factors affect nutrient absorption too. Chronic stress depletes magnesium and B vitamins. Alcohol interferes with B vitamin absorption and depletes magnesium. Certain medications block nutrient absorption. Even chronic use of antacids can prevent B12 absorption. Being aware of these factors helps you make better choices. The bottom line is this. After 50, your body needs more support than it did when you were younger. These 5 nutrients are non-negotiable for healthy aging. Vitamin D for immune function and mood. Magnesium for sleep and heart health. B12 for brain and nerve function. Calcium for bones when properly balanced. And omega-3s for brain health and inflammation control. Ignoring these nutritional needs accelerates aging and increases disease risk. But addressing them can help you feel decades younger and significantly improve your quality of life. This isn't about living forever. It's about living well for as long as you're here. Your body is still capable of incredible things at 50, 60, 70, and beyond. You just need to give it the right fuel.